Do what?
Is it live?
It's live.
Oh, no, it's live now.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Alright. So, I guess welcome to Void. I'm, Dustin.
I'm Matt, or TheUnusualMaw. I can't watch the stream. I got a huge delay.
Yeah, you shouldn't be watching the stream,
it.
dude.
It's fine. I'll just hide. I gotta see your game though. I gotta see the game footage.
Maybe I should be, well, just mute it, right? Well...
Yeah, I muted the actual audio. I got a notification. It's amazing.
Maybe I should, oh, because I went live?
Yes, because I'm following.
I gotta follow. You should,
DreamHack viewing party. Is DreamHack still a thing?
Yeah. Sure is.
West DreamHack. That's in what, Germany?
Yeah. Yeah.
DreamHack is Thursday, August 6th, and ends on August 9th.
Can you hear my keys?
I cannot hear your keys.
Nice.
Dude, we should go to DreamHack sometime.
Yeah, with what money?
We'll get financing from George Soros.
George Soros. Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Where's I'm trying to figure out where this is at. I thought it was in Munich. But...
I mean, right now, honestly, with the way the world is, I don't care.
Yeah,
that's the last place I would want to be.
How are there people at DreamHack right now?
I don't know. Are there? There can't be.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, that's got to be like. Yeah. I don't know exactly what you're looking at, but that's got to be old.
So what you're playing? What, a paladin?
Yeah.
Red paladin right now?
Pally pal. You know, when you came back, you never played anything but Druid and Mage.
No, I played a lot of other classes. Actually,
I didn't see you. Like, you played Pally? I never saw you play Pally.
I think I did. I leveled one. I don't think I actually...
What about Shaman?
Played it. I played a Shaman.
Best class in the entire game.
I think I leveled a... what do you call the big guys?
Huh?
The big guys, the Seafarer guys. The new race.
Oh, the Kultirans?
I played a Kultiran Shaman.
Did you?
Maybe I'm thinking of you. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a Kultiran Shaman. His name is King Hippo.
PP Kaka. Poo Poo Shire.
He's pretty much bad.
Out of 10? A 3.
This game is probably an 11.
What would you rate this game? If you're being fair, not not subjectively. What do you rate it?
Probably a 4.
A 4 out of 10?
Yeah.
That's fair. I would give it like a -2. It's not that bad. I'd give it like a 7.
It's not that bad, dude. It's like something to do. Like for me, a lot of the time.
Huh? Yeah, you're right. It's legit good. Yeah. It's a good game.
Like it's just something to do. I'm not into the rating like you were, like hardcore rating. It is what it is.
Now, why is that?
The community there sucks. I think.
You don't like the rating mentality?
I like the rating mentality. I don't like the hardcore, I don't even say hardcore. I just think that there's a lot of guilds out there that they have this, I don't know, if we can't do it, I quit and I'm going to go throw a big baby fit and yell at everybody, kind of.
That's me.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. I don't like
No,
it.
I never yelled at anybody.
No.
But
I could hear it, like, when I raided with you guys one time on Heroic. Like, even before going into the raid, I was already warned from the start that, oh, if we start wiping a lot, we're going to kick you out. Like, oh, so because you're wiping, it's automatically my fault? I could come in and start topping meters, or just handling all mechanics like a
That's
boss,
good,
but because you guys are wiping, it's my fault, and I'm gonna get kicked out, and I just don't like that. It just makes it hard to want to find a guild to run with.
No, that's fair. It is a pain in the ass for
'Cause,
sure.
yeah, people to me right then and there are already pieces of shit in my mind, and I don't want to play with you. So, and then
They're
that
not
makes it
bad.
hard for me
They're
because
not
like
bad, though.
I would want to, I would like to run that higher tier content, but I don't really get to.
You just don't want to deal with the people. You think the people are toxic.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think there has to be a little bit of toxicity in there in order to get things done. I mean, if you're in a group with a bunch of really good people, it tends to not be so toxic. But I mean, that's a rare find.
I mean, I get talking shit with your buddies like that. There's one thing, but I don't know. It makes it kind of. It makes it like almost where you fuck up to a lot when you're playing. Like when you're under that kind of stress where no matter how good I'm playing, if you guys are wiping a lot, I get kicked out. Like, okay, makes it stressful. Like in my back of my mind, I'm like, I hope they play good then. I get to have some fun tonight instead of getting kicked out of a group.
Kick out of a heroic raid, did we?
Actually, no, you guys didn't kick me out. I mean, you guys is actually, I think because of you guys, I got my clear on Jaina. That was when you guys were in that raid.
That was a decent raid. I enjoyed that raid.
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot of the mechanics from you guys, and that's one like that to me is like the fun thing about even running the higher tier stuff is going back and doing it with like another guild that doesn't know how to handle certain mechanics, and then if they're willing to listen, you can actually say, hey, I've got an idea. Yeah, I've got an idea how to handle this. I don't know. Sometimes you just run into that toxic stuff. Like you and I, we would. Can't remember which raid it was. First raid that came out in BF. What was that one?
That was the one with Cahoon at the bottom, or not Cahoon. Was it Cahoon at the bottom?
I don't know.
It was that temple. I can't remember what it's called.
I never finished that raid because it was just so toxic. No matter where we went.
That last mechanic on that last boss was it wasn't hard, but if you had somebody in there that didn't know what they were doing or had never done it before, it just made it so difficult for everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, even in LFR. LFR is LFR, but still. You weren't getting it done.
Yeah, LFR was, you'd have to wipe a few times and wait for...
You had to do it all by yourself. I remember you and I talking about that one time. You had to do all the mechanics by yourself because nobody else was going to do it. So. If you're going to do clear an LFR on that raid, you had to do all the mechanics. You had to play all the roles.
You couldn't just cheese it, right?
Yeah.
You had to actually do it.
Yeah.
It's poor design, actually, in my opinion. It turned a lot of people off. Or just bad at games, yeah.
They're just bad at games, dude. There's one thing, you and I have talked about that. Like, I don't mind, like when I first came back, when it was like during Halloween or something like that, a few years ago. They had...
I timed you out for 10 minutes.
Huh?
I timed you out for 10 minutes just to see how it works.
What time do I have?
No, I timed you out for 10 minutes.
Oh.
In the chat. Just to see how it works.
Gotcha. That sucks. I didn't know you had the ability to time me out.
Well, I have a moderator position, right?
Yeah, I didn't know I could get timed out. That's crazy. It's my channel. Just got timed out of my own channel. Yeah, anyways, when I came back, they had like, you could do like time walking on the Black Temple raid. And I did that. I did that for like 6 hours. The group.
You say came back. When did you leave?
When I quit playing. Okay, when I first started playing, I didn't know what the hell I was doing with this damn game. Like I couldn't even level. I don't know. I couldn't play this game. I started playing and right towards the end of Burning Crusade. Say what?
You hear what I said? The verdict's still out on that.
What? Oh, playing?
You can play this game.
I can play this game.
You can't break those cuffs.
Yeah, so I started playing towards the end of Burning Crusade. That's when you got me to play, and then I pretty much through Wrath was just trying to level a character. It felt like, and just trying not to be bad at the game. I I know you were running with like multiple characters, and to me, I was like, how the hell do you have so many tunes that are like leveled up? This is insane.
No life,
Yeah,
basically.
and uh, so anyways, then
Did you?
Cataclysm came out, and that game was just I don't know. It felt
You didn't
bad.
actually discover raiding till Cataclysm, did you?
I
Or did you know about it?
didn't. I knew about it. I didn't do any of it because back then it was just kind of like I don't know. It was almost you didn't want to be bad. Like I did. Okay, so you took me into a dungeon with a group, and I was a hunter. Like that was the first character I ever made. And
And a fisherman?
huh?
And a fisherman?
Yeah. Um. And I remember I went in, and you guys pulled the boss, and I think it was Nexia or something like that. Like we went and did,
That's correct.
and you guys pulled the boss. I remember you just whispering to me to tag the boss, and I did. And all I remember is as soon as I tagged, I think my pet had to been on taunt or something, because as soon as I tagged, like that boss turned and like slapped me, and I was dead. And then like the whole group just wiped, and then I got kicked out of the group, and I never grouped up again with anyone after that. I
We
was
were
like,
doing
oh
the.
man. I was like, I must be playing so bad. I was like, screw this, I'm done.
Are we doing the
I think you were just trying to get me
remake of
gear, is what it felt like. But
probably? And I was probably trolling too. Same
yeah, I
thing.
don't know. Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
Well, you got me because I never after that I never grouped up with another group again until Legion. I didn't play again. I played through like the beginning of Cataclysm, and I quit playing, and then I came back,
Which is when I came back and joined your guild, right?
and then I came back to Cataclysm or for Legion. You came back at the end of Legion, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Joined my guild for 3 months and then left.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
They were not the best. They were really nice over there. If you remember in the beginning when I came back, they made a big stink about my gear score, and I was just trying to play the content at the end.
Yeah, they were trying to clear Taurus. They were being crazy about it. And then yeah, they did make a big ginormous deal about it. And then I remember because when you even got into the group, then you didn't even have the best gear score, but you were like out DPSing everybody, like topping meters, and I thought it was funny.
They didn't know. In their defense, how could they know?
Yeah, well, they could have tested, I guess.
They could have. Yeah, they could at least run a dungeon with me or something. And
Yeah,
I was pretty bad back then too, though. Like I was still trying to figure out the game had changed pretty drastically since I had played it.
yeah, a lot. Um, I feel like for the better though, because we took a long break from the game. I don't know. I like the way the game feels. Maybe not all of
Today,
it. Yeah, but I still like the way it feels.
what are some things you don't like about it right now? Like if you had to pick 5 or 6 things, what would you say?
Um, LFR. I really don't like LFR right now.
What don't you like about LFR?
Um, I don't know. It's creating this weird sense in the community that it's just like it's giving people, um, it's giving them well, not even giving them content because I think there's a better way that they could handle it. Um, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't know.
You don't like the type of. Well, I'll tell you what I don't like. I didn't like about it. The type of people that would go in there. It's
Talking about the
just
trolls or
well, the trolls and the bads.
bads? Yeah, all the bads.
I mean, it's LFR. I mean, how can you fail and yet
But then on my
constantly
part, why the hell am I going into LFR?
exactly? Which is
Or,
another thing too. It just it was real relevant in the beginning of the each patch, and you're almost forced into doing it if you wanted to, get maybe some OP trinket to start the raid off.
Yeah.
I guess in that context, it wasn't bad. I don't know. Maybe I was okay with it. I don't know. I always felt like I had to run it every week for transmogs and stuff like that.
I think what I don't like about it is it opens up the whole looking for group, looking for raid thing, which I think needs to go away.
Look,
Because
yeah, I totally agree with that.
that's what's like in my mind is like killing community in the game. Period. Because like how many times like right now leveling this tune, I could be just sitting over here, spamming the looking for a group. I could even go into tank spec and look for a group and just do it like every 2 minutes, just boom, group. But we'll never talk to each other. There's no community there. Nobody cares. It's just do the dungeon and be done.
Yep. Shut up.
And it's boring.
Done.
You don't
It's
even
convenient, but yeah, it's definitely boring.
yeah. So there's nobody knows who Retsticon is on this server.
Right. If you get into a guild, they'll only know you through the guild, and nobody else will know you because you don't group with people on your server, right? Outside of your guild to do raids.
Right.
So what's the point? And heroics too. I mean, mythic dungeons, right?
So that's why I don't like. I think that's why I don't like LFR, because LFR opens up looking for groups, looking for raid.
Even then, like I spent most of my time pugging mythic dungeons. Like, yeah, I mean, it was easier for me to pug high level keys than it was to do it on the server. So I just did it.
Yeah. Did you? I mean, you kind of built a community there, right? Like you raided, like, or you would do those keys with like a specific group of people sometimes.
There was a couple people.
Yeah.
There was a really good one I did like an 18 with, and I kept like early in the season too, and I kept trying to get back with them, and I managed to do like one or two more, and then they found somebody else to do that slot for him, and it was just I was healing for him, right? Which healing wasn't even my spec, but they were so good that I could go in there and heal, and it wasn't going to be an issue.
Yeah, I remember. They told you not to bring me along anymore.
Never bring this dude anywhere.
Drop the shaman. Nah, I think I was pretty good. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I was doing good.
Mad or bad?
Both. Can it be both?
You'd be both, yeah. Which is what I was. And
I'm gonna go with both.
which is essentially why I quit the game. It's part of the reason I quit this game.
Because you were bad at it?
Bad at the game, yeah. I mean, partially, kind of.
Garbage at game. Got it.
You reach a ceiling cap where, the game's giving you a certain amount of numbers you have to hit, and you can just see, like even I was in the best gear possible, and it just, like, I was barely hitting the numbers in, like, the pot phase, in the burn phase, because we were burning at the beginning. I was barely hitting the numbers. I mean, it was going to be a stretch to hit those numbers, and it just didn't seem like a thing that was going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not an easy game if you play at the high end. I think what I don't like it about the game is they've separated it out. So there's a high end for the people that really want to play the hardest, almost impossible difficulty, and then there's like, but everybody gets, it's like inclusivity, which I think is great in the real world, right? But in a game, it just feels, I don't know, it just kind of tarnishes. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I should rethink that.
You guys were having issues with people showing up, though, right? And
we were there for a while,
and just people even farming the right gear, to complete the raid. Like,
we had
you guys would just
really
have people just kind of do nothing all week and then like show up.
We had a shadow priest that just stopped showing up. That was really good damage.
Like ready for mythic run, like they haven't done anything all week. Crazy.
But we had a lot of people that just weren't. I mean, it was going to take months and months, and probably a nerf for them to be able to hit the numbers that they needed to hit. And that's another problem with the game too, right? Where you got a group of people, and some people are friends, and
I think some of that was on us too for being on a. I would call it
bad server.
Yeah, bad server.
Definitely.
I have currently switched over to Illidan though, and I don't know why, because I'm not like raiding or anything, but I don't know. It does feel better though, because whenever you do group up with people, it's like they are They at least know the game, right? They know the content, so
Yeah.
not having to explain stuff every 2 minutes or.
Like as far as being the best, quote unquote, best DPS on our server, like on this server, I couldn't even play in the. Like if I was in the best guild, I would be on the bench nonstop, guaranteed. But that's the kind of guild you want to be in.
Yeah, on our server, you were running like just in dungeons for the season. Like you were running top for like heals, tank, and DPS.
I was trying. That was kind of my goal, right? That was my mission to do.
Yeah, and that was just on our server. Like that says a lot about the server. Because I mean, you're so bad at games. So.
It's bad. Well, I mean that's my point though. I mean I'm not bad, but if I were to join the top guild on this server, I'd be on the bench.
Yeah.
Which is Legion, right?
Limit.
Limit. Sorry, Limit. Yeah, if I was on Limit, I'd be on the bench for sure. They probably wouldn't even take me.
Right. One message was deleted. What was the message?
Oh, that was we're just bad at games.
Chat's quiet.
So what level are you right now?
I just dinged 84. I believe, yeah. Or no.
Is this the last character you have to level? Or you got a ton of them you have to level, don't you?
Yeah, I got a ton. Here, I'll just show my characters, actually. I got a lot. It's just boredom leveling now. Something to do. And I've got nothing else to do.
I mean, you're singing high praises for the game right now.
That's the one thing about this game, man. You ask any player about this game who actually plays, they're going to tell you the game is bad. The game sucks. But they're going to play it anyways. Because
I think it's difficult to play without raid.
There's nothing else like the game. I want a raid. Don't get me wrong. I want a raid. But it's just, for me... I don't know,
you
man.
said you play Final Fantasy 15 or 14 is trash?
I thought 14 was trash. I just, with me, I talk about it a lot with video games. The movement, characters, and like, there's a feel to the game, and it's got to feel right. And
did you play it early in the release or later?
No, I played this like a year ago. I didn't like it.
That'd be after the remake.
So
or the revamp.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Plus, I mean, if you look at any of the gameplay, people playing it, like all of the flashy crap on the screen, like WoW's kind of flashy, but not too flashy. Like, look, man, just think of any Final Fantasy. Look at you just played Final Fantasy 15. That game is just nothing but like screen flares and just flashes everywhere.
It's fun though.
Mm-hmm.
I have epilepsy.
Yeah, I've got
epilepsy. I think it's epilepsy.
I have all these tunes I got to level. I have a few that I've already capped out. Did
you level a monk on the other server?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did have a monk, right? You had a tank.
The Blade Fist was our original server.
Noob Fist, yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day. And Ricky B was on Blade Fist, actually. This was my first tune. And he was a troll from the Horde. I transferred him over here, though. And then, yeah, I've got all my Alliance tunes over here. I've got one I need to finish leveling up. And these two, there's no point in making them go max.
Maybe it's something you'll do when the Shadowlands comes out, right? Because you got, what'd you say, it was 5 hours to level from 0 to 60?
No.
6?
Not 5 hours. Like, I don't know what the max is, but they're talking about at least, like, maybe 13 hours? I think is what the last I heard.
That's not bad.
But that's like speed leveling. These people are good at what they do, speed levelers. I would say,
put that stuff out there
like right now, like with the Paladin I've been playing, and that's just casually playing. I mean, it takes about a week to do, but that's not actual in-game time. So I don't know, playing like 2 hours here and there. You get it leveled in about a week.
Like 14, 15 hours, 16.
Yeah, but maybe the time is still about the same. I'll be curious to see it. I think you can get on and play now, but I don't want to. I don't
Best
know.
paladin in the world?
That guy? Not that guy. I'll tell
No,
you.
just you.
Me?
Yeah, best paladin in the world.
Oh no. That'd be S-Bander.
No, what?
Oh yeah.
It's a theme.
No,
It's
dude.
always been a theme.
No, it's not me. That's the best paladin in the world right there.
Deos or Zarlan.
Zarlan.
See, I really like the transmog too, but again, I think transmog hurt the game. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that recently. Because that, like, used to be a thing for me when I first started playing the game, too. Going to Orgrimmar, and I'd see, like, somebody with these awesome, ginormous, shoulders on them, and, like, they've got, like, this glowing crap all over the place, or, like, their weapons got something cool spinning around. I was like, man, that's awesome. Inspecting people left and right. I'm like, how do I get that gear? I'm sitting over here with, like, grays and greens on.
It's like your gear told a story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the story this tells is it looks amazing, right? But you probably got all this stuff from a bunch of old raids and which I'm sure took a lot of time to do, right?
But what does it actually look like? Because this is all transmogged. Now he probably looks like a buffoon underneath there.
Probably, but that was part of the charm. Wasn't
But like, say like this. This was farming a lot just to get this whole entire set.
it? Is that
I
from?
like it.
That's I don't know.
It's old. I like it a lot.
It looks good, but it doesn't reflect your current journey.
No. This does. This is heritage armor. Actually, my weapons suck. I need to change that out.
It's the same kind of thing, right? So I mean, that looks amazing, and I get why they wanted to do it. They wanted so everyone can look good and feel good while they play the game, but it doesn't. It's just got no feels to it.
Yeah. Like this.
They're looking like trash. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that guy crafted that, probably. But that's actually transmog, though, isn't it?
The monk, no. I don't have any good transmog for my monk. I don't really play. So.
It looks pretty good, except for the shoes.
I usually play male or plate characters. So that's all I've got.
MALE.
They are yeah, MALE. Actually, I do. If you look at all my tunes, they are all dudes. I've never got that. Like, you play a lot of chicks on WoW, don't you?
Not a lot, but
I never understood
I
that,
go
man.
50-50. I try to go 50-50. Back in the day, I used to go. Actually, I played an Orc Warrior. Was the first character I played.
I've got nothing but dudes except for over here. A few weeks ago, I created this one. This is my wife. No, my real life.
That's the only female character.
IRL. Yeah.
Yeah, IRL, the actual demon hunter.
Yes, the actual demon hunter. You might be watching right now.
Don't say anything bad.
That's it.
So does she play that, or do you play that?
I play it. What?
No, that's fine. I got no input on that.
See what? Janelle. Daniels JDD. Did she post that?
Oh, was that? That's
Bad
not
at-
you that posted that in the chat.
Nah, I'm bad at chat.
So that first one that said, "Or are you just bad at games?" That wasn't you.
No. Somebody else posted? That's awesome.
It was Daniel's JDD. Is that Janelle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to time her out again.
You gonna time her out?
No, I'm not gonna. I should do it though.
She said that we were bad. That I'm bad at games. She's bad at games. All she plays is The
I forget what was
Sims.
said.
All you play is The Sims.
Have you played The Sims lately?
Daniel's JDD. Have you played The Sims lately?
Have you? Do you know where your Sims are?
I do not play The Sims.
The new Sims looks alright.
Sims 4?
So I think probably 4, which has been out for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. Quite a while. time did we start?
We're 30 minutes into the stream.
Look at you and your
So-
time, dude.
Well, it's right at the bottom of the actual stream window.
I'm not watching
It's
that.
right.
I'm in Streamlab.
Just raiding this. What zone are we in? Shrine of what?
Do what?
Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
What am I doing?
What zone are you in? Shrine of the. Oh, you're Mount Hydro.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all Kata stuff.
You were definitely playing before they did the rework on this, right? Yeah, because you played Wrath and you played BC too, right?
Yeah, I played the beginning, or I was at the very end of BC. I think you were already pretty much done with that expansion.
I think I quit BC right when you jumped on, actually, because I left right when the sun well opened.
No, you were playing because you actually hooked me up a little bit. You gave me some gold every once in a while. You're just like, find me. Like, it was weird. You wouldn't even talk to me. You would just like find me, group up with me. Yeah, dump some gold on me. I remember even you brought me some like bags one time. I kept them forever. I think I still have the bags you gave me. Like, they're in my bank. I was like, I'm not getting rid of these. It was awesome, man. Like for me, that was awesome. That was cool because I was just like out randomly in Outland, like questing, trying to figure out the game. I didn't even run with add-ons back then because I didn't even know about them. I'm just like playing the game, and back then you didn't even know where the hell to go for your quest. You had to read the quest to figure out where to go.
Yeah, the game felt much bigger back then, didn't it?
Yeah, so if I didn't know something, like there wasn't like nobody really. I don't even think back then you would go like, oh, let me Google it. Like, you're just like, I don't know where to go. But
Yeah, sure.
yeah, you just. I remember you just come up and be like, hey, here's a random fucking bag and here's some gold.
What's your opinion on that? The fact that most games are pretty much really on like release, they're pretty much outlined, almost exactly what you're supposed to do, the best way to do things. Do you think that ruins gaming?
What? What again?
I'm kind of leading you on with that question line. How do you feel about information being readily available on launch for games?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately. Cause like, with seeing everybody playing like the alphas and the betas and they with Twitch, it's right there. Everybody's streaming this stuff, so all the content's there. We got like Wowhead, data mining, all this. It kind of makes the before you get to play the game, it feels like you've already played the game. Like, oh, the information's already out. I know everything that's
Do you think
coming
that's just
out.
applicable to WoW, or do you think that's something that the whole entire gaming industry is suffering from?
I think for me it is because that's all I really pay attention to, right? Like,
And do you think that's a negative thing or a positive thing?
for me it feels negative. Because I feel it feels like a spoiler. It's like somebody watching the movie with and telling you all the parts before you get to go watch it yourself. And you can't avoid it. I mean, you can try as much as you want, but you're not going to avoid it. I mean, all the social media and everything else, you're just not going to avoid it.
I totally agree. Totally agree with.
Kind of annoying. But I just don't let it. I don't know. I just try not to let it bother my gaming.
It's hard to not go look up stuff, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Like, I can't help but do it.
I try to go as far as I can before I start looking stuff up, though. 'Cause you'll surprise yourself, You like really want to look it up just to be over, just kind of be done with it, and then you're like, let me actually try. Let me be good at games for once.
Which is pretty rare.
I did that recently when I played. I'm gonna mess this. The name of this game is like such a tongue twister for me. Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima, that sounded right.
And when I try to say it fast, I screw it up every time. So with that game, like I got all the achievements in it, but I tried to do it. I think I only had to look up 3 achievements for the game, which felt rewarding.
Do you want to talk about what you did to get the last couple at the end?
Yeah, I googled it.
Talked about this? No. What you did to the difficulty?
Oh, well, that was for the one achievement. So I looked up online. There was one achievement. It was you had to dodge, or you had to do a perfect parry on 20 enemies. You had to do a perfect parry and then kill them with an attack right after, like a counter attack. And so I was playing the game on hard mode, and it was just I couldn't figure out how to get this timing of this perfect parry. It was insane. And I looked it up online, and there is no achievement for beating the game on hard or any higher difficulty level. So everyone online is like, just put the game on easy, do your perfect parries because they're so easy to do when the game's on easy, and then you'll get your achievement.
Do you think that's bad information to be out there? Or
Oh yeah, I thought that was not just bad information to be out there. That's horrible game design, right? Like they should have had an achievement in there.
Well,
like how hard would it have been to create an achievement for beating the game on hard?
So when you step it down to difficulty level, you can't go back up.
You can go back up, but there's no achievement for beating the game on hard. And why am I able to change the difficulty level mid-game too?
I've seen a lot of games are doing that nowadays, but they usually circumnavigate people kind of cheesing it by, if you go down, you can go down, but you can't go back up.
I agree with that. If you go down, you shouldn't be able to go back up. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. You can go down, but you can't go up.
Yeah, I would upvote that all day.
Because maybe you get into it and you realize you're not the pro gamer you thought you were, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to start from scratch, right?
Yeah,
On an easier level, so yeah, no, that makes total sense.
And then you put the hard difficulty achievement at the end, and if you have to go on easy mode, then suffer the consequence of not getting the achievement.
Yeah,
I mean, that is what it is, right?
exactly. Like that's a choice you have to make, right? You're like, well, I wanted to go after all the achievements, but now I'm in a situation where if I want to get this one achievement by reducing my difficulty level down, then I'm not going to get this other achievement because I'm not going to be able to go back and increase the level of difficulty.
Your choices matter.
Yes. Yes.
A la Peter Molyneux.
So for games
you wanna
like
talk
that, I think that matters. Say again?
Do you want to talk about the news here? I got a few news things that we can talk about. Because we kind of went over before the stream.
If you want.
Or do you want to hang on to these?
I think some of them a few of them will be irrelevant next time, but
Yeah, if we hang on to them. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's talk about the announcement of the Suicide Squad game.
which
Rocksteady.
you can go ahead and talk about, and I'll just react to. I saw it. I in passing today. I saw it trending. I really didn't look at it.
I kind of gave it the once over. I gave it a like on Reddit when I saw it this morning.
See, I didn't even do
I gave it
that.
a like.
I just
The
kind of
highest prestige I can give.
just saw it trending, and I was like, okay, all right. That's
So
what's
here's
up.
what we got. It was it's going to be revealed during the DC fandom. Have you heard of DC fandom?
Have I heard of DC fandom?
Yes. You're not really a DC fan, are you?
No, I'm not. But yes, I've heard of DC fandom.
Have you heard of DC fandom?
Have you heard of it?
This is I've never heard of it till looking up this announcement here. It's going to be Saturday, August 22nd, and that's when they're
Actually,
going to.
I'm wearing a Marvel shirt today.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell.
I cannot.
All good.
Yeah, I'm more of a DC guy myself. I mean, I like Marvel. I do. Did you like Suicide Squad?
It's all right. I mean,
That was kind of my opinion on it too.
yeah, it
Did you
wasn't
see
like.
Birds of Prey?
No, I haven't seen that.
I have not either.
I just watched. I know it's kind of lame, but I didn't get to watch it in theater. I just watched Joker like 2 weekends ago.
What was your opinion on that movie?
Pretty good,
DC
actually.
property. All right.
If they would do a majority of all their other movies like that, I would be happy.
Yeah, I really like the Joker character quite a bit.
It was good.
I thought Joaquin Phoenix played a great mentally ill person in that movie, but I don't think he quite made a good Joker. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
how he would look on screen with Batman, like how that interaction would go.
I think it. No, I'd have to disagree.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think he's a really good Joker. Actually, I liked his
Was
Joker.
it the scene where he smashes the guy's face into the wall?
Yeah, well, I just liked his whole transformation, really, into being as insane as he was towards the end.
I mean, maybe that's what
Even
it is.
realizing that a lot of the stuff, well, I don't know. I don't want to give it away because there's some stuff. I know most people. I'm probably
No
like the
spoilers.
only person in the world who hasn't seen it yet, but until like 2 weeks ago. But
That hasn't seen Joker.
yeah, until like 2 weeks ago.
I saw
But
it like a month and a half ago.
I like I don't know. I like how some of it was revealed. I like how a lot of it was revealed and the story was told. I like him as the Joker.
I think I
Um,
got attached to the Arthur Fleck character and really looked at his performance more from Arthur Fleck rather than the small transition to the Joker at the end.
yeah,
Maybe he might be able to pull it off. You're right. That scene was pretty good where he was on the show and he's like freaking out.
I like realizing that the neighbor lady was like not really there.
You know, speaking of things that aren't there, I watched Fight Club yesterday.
Yeah,
That's a classic things that aren't there movie.
exactly.
I forgot how good that movie was.
Like for me, that
It's
was
like
like a nice little twist in the movie. I was like, oh,
now for me that somebody had spoiled that for me before I saw it, so that's kind
yeah.
of disappointing.
It wasn't spoiled for me, so I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. What am I supposed to
I
be
hate
getting?
spoilers.
Frightened animals. That's right. Animal.
So the announcement of this game, it's been 5 years since Rocksteady, which is owned by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, has released Arkham Knight. Their last DC type game was Arkham VR in 2016, and I guess out of the Batman trilogy, um, Arkham Asylum was the last one. Does that sound right to you? Was that the last one in the Batman series?
Arkham Knight was the games, right?
Oh, you're right. It's released Arkham Knight, the final game in the Batman trilogy.
Yeah. Arkham Asylum was the first one.
Yes.
Then Arkham City.
Yeah, you're right. So 2009 was Arkham Asylum. Reading comprehension is difficult. 2011 was Arkham City, and Arkham Knight was 2015, and then Arkham VR came in 2016. Arkham VR, which
So,
I didn't play that.
and you haven't played Arkham Knight, right?
I have not. The only one I've played is Arkham Asylum, which was fantastic.
Arkham Knight was probably my favorite one.
Really, out of the three, did you play all three?
Yeah.
And you liked it more than Asylum?
That's personal opinion. I know it's probably
Right.
not a popular one, but
Well, I don't know. I've never played it. I think some people would disagree with you, but
yeah, I think a lot of people probably would, but that's okay.
I don't have an opinion on it because I have not played it yet.
Oh my god, the squirrel!
So you said you know what DC Fandom was. I'll go ahead and talk about it here. It's a free 24-hour virtual convention for fans of the DC superhero comics. Yada yada yada. And this bless you.
You can't yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada. And James Gunn is going to reveal a sequel to the Suicide Squad movie, which isn't really related to the game, but Suicide Squad's getting a lot of money pumped into it. It seems like, especially if you count the Birds of Prey movie. For what I think was actually kind of a lackluster reception of the first movie. Okay, so the coronavirus, right? We're going to talk about that.
No,
There's
we're
not going to
even-
be a fan convention. Yeah, no coronavirus talk. Because it's not real.
No, we're not gonna touch that because no.
It is preventing people from going to the actual live event, the virus. So last month, San Diego Comic-Con had a free digital event, which I didn't know about that. Did you?
Yeah, actually, I did. I saw that on
Did you see it?
Twitter. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I'm
Okay,
not.
thanks for the heads up.
I don't really care for it, to be honest. I know that's another unpopular opinion, but
That's fair. I really don't have it. I have never seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's not for me. Not a big convention person, to be honest with you.
So that basically covers
Just a
that.
bunch
news
of
thing.
people. I don't know. I'd rather go to like a concert,
Sweaty next
music
year?
concert. Like,
Don't
be
say-
around a bunch of people, sweaty and gross.
Which is a concert for sure.
Yeah, rather go to a music concert than to a convention. Here in Indiana, we did for a company I was working with. We did Indie PopCon. I had to work that.
Did you like that?
It was fun, but again, I'd rather just
You're
be
gonna be
at a
around a bunch
music concert. Yeah, I
Fair. That's fair.
want to be
So I
somewhere.
guess for this, at least you don't have to go. You can watch it digitally because that's the only way you can watch it for the DC fandom on Saturday. Are you gonna watch that? Out of
No,
10, how likely do you think you are to watch that?
I'm not likely to watch it.
I'm in the same boat.
On Saturday, I'm gonna be changing the transmission fluid in my or my gear oil, my car,
Watching the DC fandom event.
and mowing my grass. Being an old person, and then playing games. Maybe I don't know.
It sounds like a decent Saturday, except for I don't know, the transmission and the lawnmowing doesn't sound too great. Just the last part, really, the game.
just playing games.
Yeah, pretty much that part sounded nice.
That's all.
We'll jump on to the next news article, which is Doom Eternal, Ancient Gods Part 1.
That's all you, man. You're the Doom player here.
I've played Doom. I don't know if I'm a Doom player.
Nah,
You
you're
call me
a
that.
hardcore Doom player, right?
I'm really into it.
Yeah.
Actually, I really do like what they've done with the series. I don't know. Did you not play the original Doom back in the
No.
cut?
Nope.
Back in the 1940s?
No. For me though, back in the day, games were hard. I had to I had to go to people's houses to play games. Like that's how I got my gaming in when I was younger. I didn't have the game systems.
So what was the first
I
system?
think even when I met you, like you were trying to get me to play Warcraft 3, and I didn't even have a computer.
No.
Yeah, you were telling me to play Warcraft
That wasn't when I first met you.
all the time. Yeah, well, you and I were talking about Final Fantasy a lot when we first met, and then you were trying to get me to play.
I don't think Warcraft 3 came out to like 2001 or 2000.
That's about when we met.
No, we met in like 97 or 6.
No,
Yeah.
no, met Willie in '97, man.
I graduated from high school in 2001.
Oh my God, you're old.
So, yeah, I'm old. Were you a senior when I met you? Or was I a senior when I met you? I might have been.
You were a junior. I think.
So we met in 2000. So I don't think World of War or Warcraft 3 came out till 2000. It might have been 2002.
Yeah, it was somewhere in that time period. I remember you trying to get me to play it though. I really do.
It was
I didn't have a
July.
computer, man. Like there was like things get my gaming in. I had to go to other people's houses and get my gaming in.
But I remember you had a PS2 because I traded my stereo for your PS2. So you definitely had a PS2, and I remember you.
Did we do
you bought
that?
it, like on release day? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Why would I do that?
You really wanted to listen to music. I don't know. It seemed strange to me at the time. I was like, I'm in. PS2.
I remember listening to music on that stereo and still playing games though. Like I was playing Spider-Man.
You may have bought another one. It's possible.
Maybe I ripped you off, dude. Is
No, that's definitely where I got my PS2 was from you.
that the only PlayStation you've had?
I had an original PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 3, and after that, I mean, it's pretty much
No more PlayStations.
no more consoles really. I got a Wii one Christmas, and yeah, it was okay. Mario Galaxy is really fun, but then after that, I was just kind of done with it. PC was for me, and really, around that time, World of Warcraft had come out, so I was really getting into that, and that was yeah. That was pretty much my start of hardcore PC playing. You remember right when I was playing? I played the original Final Fantasy. Was it 12, the online one?
Yeah, I do. Because we used to drag you out of the house. We were
Yeah, I
talking
was trying
about
to get
like,
married in that game.
yeah, you were trying to get married. I remember
That game
that.
was dope, though.
You're like,
That game was
but
dope.
I'm supposed to get married, man. And I'm like, dude, you gotta come and drink beers, cause
You should have played Final Fantasy 12. It was dope.
yeah,
It was dope, sir.
no. And then you were like, but I gotta go fishing. Like fish. I was like, you're going like fishing? You're like in the game. Like, no, dude.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna come and
Yeah, but look at. I mean, what are you doing right now?
drink beers.
That's like, that's World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
Are you doing a dungeon? Oh, nice.
I am gonna do a dungeon before we're out of here. Just to do
Let me jump
one.
back to, Doom Eternal news, because we gotta get this out for our viewer, which is probably me. Right?
It's Daniel's JDD.
Is it?
Unless she's gone already.
I think she split.
She split.
But I'm just gonna throw it out there so we both know. And even though you're probably not excited about it, so here's a little synopsis of it. The Ancient Gods Part 1, as the expansion is formally called, carries on after the events of Doom Eternal, when we learn that everyone who warned the Doomslayer that he shouldn't keep messing around with the super cosmic forces beyond his kin were sort of right. So Bethesda dropped a teaser trailer at QuakeCon, which I've never watched. Have you ever watched QuakeCon?
No, I didn't even know
No,
it was a thing.
I got some in my email the other day about it, and I was like, probably gonna be talking about Quake, but I mean, they don't. Bethesda really doesn't talk about Quake anymore, do they? Oh, have you actually tried playing the Elder Scrolls Online?
No,
You might like that game.
I've looked into it. Maybe. Might try it. Tried Final Fantasy.
It's worth a shot. They probably got like a free.
I don't think I'm ever gonna find anything that'll really take me away from this game, though. To be honest, I don't know why.
Ever?
No,
I mean, you still play other games, though.
I do play other games, but like a replacement, I guess. Something else that's
Replacement MMO.
yeah. Even for all of its fails.
Yeah, I mean, even for all its fails, it's still probably the best MMO, as far as I know.
Yeah. Except for when people do that. Play bad.
So on games at Gamescom, Bethesda is going to announce, or id is going to announce the full trailer, which will stream live opening night on August 27th. If you're interested in watching the trailer for that, or see it the next day, which I probably will. I probably won't watch that either.
Probably won't.
But Doom is a fantastic game. I'm kind of surprised that you're not into the horror type genre of games.
Yeah, I'm not. They're too scary, dude.
Too spooky.
They're just too spooky.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I remember when Resident Evil first came out, and I played that. Like, because you just finished, or you are playing Resident Evil 7. But I remember
www.youtube.com/TheUnusualMaw.
when
I gotta plug it for myself.
when that came out. It was too
The original
spooky.
Resident Evil?
Oh yeah, and think about how that game looks now. Like,
Pretty bad.
yeah, all pixelated, cartoony. I remember turning it off immediately. But like, I remember playing like did you ever play Parasite Eve?
I did a little bit.
It was like a spooky kind of game. I played it.
Very much. Silent Hill, did you play that?
No. What was that one game that we played? We're like a prisoner and everything. It was kind of like Silent Hill, right? Like every once in a while, like demons would show up.
That you and I played?
Yeah, it was on PlayStation 2.
Oh, Fatal Frame?
Is that it?
Didn't we play Fatal Frame? I think
We did play that. What else?
You might be thinking of a different game though.
Maybe.
I think you're probably more into the horror genre than you think you are. Looking back at all the games we used to play.
What?
Like Fatal Frame and Parasite Eve and
Like Zelda?
well, you know what's funny about Resident Evil?
Mario 3D?
I remember when Resident Evil came out, and I had a 64. I didn't have a PlayStation at the time. In fact, I didn't get my PlayStation. I traded it to Stager for like, I don't know, maybe I gave him $50 for it or something. But that's when I got to play Final Fantasy VII and all that. But anyway, I remember my sister's boyfriend was on the phone telling me how trash the Ocarina of Time was and how great the PlayStation was because of Resident Evil. I'm just being really upset because I'm at a reasonable age. So I'm 13, 14. Like, this is the best game ever. PlayStation is trash.
PlayStation is garbage.
Speaking of PlayStation is garbage, we should probably talk about let's talk about the Marvel exclusivity for the upcoming Avengers game with Spider-Man.
It's not garbage, dude.
How do you feel about those kinds of business practices?
I don't really think about it because I have a PlayStation. It doesn't really affect me.
Well, let's pretend that it was on. Let's say the Hulk was a Xbox exclusive. How would you feel about that?
I don't think I would care. To be honest,
You wouldn't care that your game didn't have a character because you had a different console?
Yeah, not those kinds of games. I really don't care. Not like
I don't either.
It's not like an online game. You know what I mean? Like I just doesn't
Just move
affect
along.
me. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that are disappointed about it. At least that's the way the internet wants you to think about it. Could just be more marketing stuff to slam PlayStation, though.
Yeah.
Or somebody with a bug up their butt about Sony in general.
Let me see if I'm gonna die here.
I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, they own the property, right?
These guys didn't
legally,
follow.
it's cool, but I don't know.
Sweet.
I think about my nephew sitting down to play the new game and being like, "Well, where's Spider-Man?" Although he does have a PlayStation, and they're probably going to get a PlayStation 5, but so he won't run into that, actually. So, yeah, I don't know. But if he did, he'd probably be pretty sad about it. Think about 13-year-old
True.
you.
Yeah. But I don't know. Should just have a PlayStation.
No, I don't know about that.
No, I don't know, man. For me personally, me, the gamer, it doesn't bother me. But yeah, is it good business practice? I don't know, man. I'm not a businessman either.
That's fair.
I think people are making a big stink out of it because everybody wants to make a big stink out of everything all the time. It's not really that
That's
big of a
fair.
deal.
Yeah, it only takes a couple people nowadays, and you assume there's a big movement around something, and
Yeah,
it just takes one loud voice.
because one person doesn't get to play Spider-Man. Like, I don't know, man. I'll tell you. Go buy a PlayStation.
I mean, they may even. I mean, I'm not going to buy a PlayStation.
We all know that
or an Xbox.
Sony owns Spider-Man, so it's not news.
I'm not going to buy either one of those three items, right? I'm not going to buy the new Avengers game. I'm not going to buy an Xbox. I'm not buying a PlayStation. I still think it's kind of terrible.
Well, clearly you don't want to play Spider-Man.
That's true. I don't. I'm not really vested in that game. I'm sure it's going to be a great game. In fact, wasn't the last Spider-Man game fantastic?
Yeah, it was. It was really fun. There's nothing like playing Spider-Man, dude. Swinging through the city.
Yeah. See, so now you can see why if you had an Xbox.
See, but I'm more interested in that game. I'm like for me, it's like, wow, I get to play as Iron Man now, or I get to play as the Hulk now. That's cool. Like I've played Spider-Man
on Xbox. What if they released a Spider-Man game on Xbox and you couldn't play a Spider-Man?
Well, I own Xbox too, though.
No, but I'm saying, what if there was Spider-Man on Xbox and you couldn't play a Spider-Man? A new Spider-Man game comes out on Xbox. No Spider-Man. How would you feel about that?
I don't get it because I also have an Xbox.
No, but I'm saying
I would play Spider.
You buy the game, right? You just have to play an ordinary dude because there's no Spider-Man. You just have to play Bill the Postman.
There's Iron Man.
I mean, no. It's just a regular Spider-Man game. It's a standoff Spider-Man game, standalone Spider-Man game, new Spider-Man.
Why would I play that game?
That's exactly.
I don't get it, man.
Spider-Man. You have to play. You have to play Mary Jane, and not even as Spider-Gwen. Is Spider-Gwen Mary Jane? I don't know.
No.
Gwen Stacy is Spider Gwen, right?
Yeah.
And Gwen Stacy is what's his name's girlfriend? Venom's, or no?
I don't know.
Sir,
I don't know.
she's somebody, right?
She
She's
is.
somebody.
She is definitely
She's
somebody.
definitely somebody for sure. Well, that's debatable. Spider Gwen, 2020. Let's jump on to the next topic here, which is TikTok, WeChat, and Tencent.
I'm dying.
So from the AP, this is what I pulled down, the information. President Donald Trump on Thursday ordered a sweeping but unspecified ban on dealing with Chinese owners on consumer apps, TikTok and WeChat. Though it remains unclear if he has the legal authority to actually ban the apps from the U.S. And you were telling me earlier that he said it wasn't going to affect the game companies in the U.S., like
That's what
Tencent.
I heard, that it wasn't going to affect the game companies.
I've heard that as well.
That they are only going to affect those TikTok and WeChat.
And WeChat isn't even a U.S. product, right? Which seems strange that he would try to ban it.
Does it seem strange?
Oh, well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Just for the headline, right? Banning a
Yeah.
Chinese product that's not in America. Anyway.
But yeah, I was interested about it because I saw that trending last night, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, because that would have even affected Discord, which we're using right now. But yeah, no, they said no, it should affect the game companies.
So I have some interesting numbers just for Tencent in general. Tencent owns 100% of Riot Games, which consists of League, yeah, dead game, dead game.
Dead game.
Epic Games, 40% of that. Did you know that?
Yeah, I found that out last night. Is it 40? I thought it was 100.
I had 40% was the number I got, but it was an article from 2019.
Huh.
So they may own more than that now.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been like just misinformation last night that I was reading too. But yeah, I know it's a lot.
40% is a lot. I mean, it's
They
almost
only had,
half.
yeah, they were like 5% with
Ubisoft
Blizzard and
and
Activision.
Blizzard.
Yeah.
So 5% of Ubisoft, 5% of Blizzard, like I said, and they own 11.5% of PUBG.
Yeah.
Which is Bluehole's the developer there.
How much of Grinding Gear do they own? 'Cause I saw
80%.
Yeah. You've been
80% on that one.
playing a lot of PoE lately.
I've been playing a lot of PoE. You know what's interesting about that is I guess they have two different clients for that. One's the Chinese client and one's the rest of the world client, which is kind of weird. And I guess the two are completely different builds. Like they don't even. That's what they're saying anyway. I don't know. I know it's a New Zealand company that works on it, but they still answer to their Tencent overlords. Not that I have a problem with Tencent. Just don't know. And like you mentioned Discord, right? So the number I have is 158 million in fundraising to Discord in 2018. I don't know what that amounts to or what percentage of equity that gives them in Discord, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
it's a good product though. Discord, I agree.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those that can't be replaced, really, even though people have tried.
I know you've been helping your daughter set up like Zoom and stuff like that for school.
Yeah, I wish they would actually just use Discord.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is Zoom, like, I've never used Zoom. Is Zoom kind of trash?
It's trash. It's garbage. I don't understand why they just won't use Discord. Like, I've brought it up a lot. My daughter was trying to tell me that it's because the teachers and stuff can see what they're doing, like the student is doing, like if they're browsing the internet or playing a game or something.
On Zoom, they can see that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't think that's actually. I don't know. Maybe it is true, but I don't think that's true. I think they just want to tell the kids that they can see what they're doing.
Yeah, it seems strange. I don't know if I like that in general. That's
Exactly. I think that's insane. So,
Do you think Discord suffers from being, and maybe it's a positive too, like being branded as a gaming platform? I mean, it's very competent in what it does, but do you think that Keeps it from
No,
being part of the business.
because well, I guess, I mean, we were a gaming company, but we used it to have conversations at the last job I had.
I
Just
mean, it kind
talk,
of makes sense that the
communicate.
gaming industry is cool with it, right? Because they know what
Yeah,
it is. And
I don't know. I mean, it can be secure enough. I don't know. I know
are
Zoom
there
has
security issues?
already, yeah, Zoom last year had already had a bunch of people like hacking phone calls. Now it could have been because people were setting up crappy passwords. Like, here's what I get from Zoom. From a lot of people that I have talked to about it. They use it because it's easy. That's it. They
Is it
like to
easy?
use it because it's easy, and there's nothing more to it than that.
Is it easier than Discord?
I don't think they've really tried Discord, but probably, yeah. Actually, I mean, all I've ever had to do is create an account, and then you get like the phone number from whoever sets up the call, and then that's it. Then
That
you're
doesn't seem
in a
bad.
call. So
Perfect for grandma and grandpa, right?
right, like what in Discord you'd have to connect to a server or get invited to the server and figure out how to even use the code that they give you. Because I even just being in raid groups, you get like some kind of pug in there, and you're like, hey, you got to join Discord, and it takes like 15 minutes just to get them in there.
Yeah. Another lovely thing about WoW. You know what's strange about WoW is WoW has a very competent in-game voice chat, I think, and yet nobody wants to use it. Have you noticed that?
Yes, we
Strange
used
as
it. You and I.
It's not bad, right?
We used it to talk trash about people. How bad they were at
Sounds like us.
games. I was always afraid of that because it was like, am I going to press? Because I had to set up two push to talk buttons, one for the raid chat and one for the shit talk chat. And I was always afraid I was going to press the wrong button. Be like, man, this group is so bad. Say
Which I
that.
think you did do a couple times.
Did I? No.
No, I don't think so.
That would have been hilarious. Though. Nobody says anything. They're just like, damn, we must be bad.
It's a good chat, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it
That
worked
is one of
fine.
the things I hate the most about the WoW community is their inability to adopt in-game voice chat. Like they treated it like cancer.
Actually, one time we were in the
Drives me
chat,
crazy.
and somebody from the guild had joined in, and we didn't know it. They were like sitting in there listening to us for like an hour.
Were they really?
Yeah, remember? And then he finally said something, and we were like, "What the
Was it
hell?"
actually the guild?
Yeah, it was some dude from the guild.
No, I don't. I don't remember that. I kind of remember the end part of that, where
It's
somebody
funny.
chimed in. We were talking.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Because we were both like, "Oh my god."
But we
Afterwards,
didn't
we were
invite him.
like, "What did we say?" We're trying to think of everything we had said. Should probably stop talking shit about people.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk shit about people, especially not on stream.
Fun. Talk shit about you.
That's pretty much the summation of the Discord Tencent thing. You don't think anything's going to come out of that, or what?
I
I don't
don't.
think anything's
I
going to
don't.
come out of
When I first saw it last night, I was like, I was curious, and then I was like, there's nothing coming out of this. There's no way. It's too many major game. No, there was nothing coming out of that.
it. I
I
totally
mean,
agree with it.
there will with WeChat and TikTok, but other than that, no.
So you think TikTok is going to get a ban?
Yeah, I'm banking on
Have
it.
you ever used TikTok?
No,
I have not either.
no, it's not my bag, man.
How do you know if it's not your bag if you've never used it?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I should go use it.
Yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. But at the same time, it's almost like I'm scared to use it now.
Maybe I am a TikToker. Oh my god.
You could be a TikToker.
Huh.
We should put this stream up on TikTok.
No. Just
No, we should.
no.
They're really more for like 20-second videos, right? It's almost like Vines, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's kind of like Vine.
Did you ever use Vine?
Nope. Actually, I was really slow to getting into. I never even had a MySpace. I was slow to getting into social media. I didn't get it, and I still don't really get it.
I'm on the same boat with you.
Like,
I'm not a huge fan.
yeah, I don't know. Again, not my thing. It's my generation somehow, but it's not my thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a millennial thing. You're actually not a millennial, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Are you?
Yeah. So are you.
I'm definitely millennial. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm on the cutoff at the start of the millennial. Like if I've been born
You
6 months earlier,
83?
83. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 84. I'm a millennial.
Millennial.
But
With your
I don't know.
avocado toast. Do you think
None
it's funny that people
of.
think millennials are kids?
I think maybe because we're so early on that. I feel like a lot of the stuff that applies to what they say it just doesn't apply to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have a tendency to kind of go with the whatever the younger crowd's doing. I don't know what that is, but I adopt the. Well, maybe I don't actually. Maybe I just think I do.
I don't know. I think it's different
That
too.
hit grandpa that thinks he's hip, but he's not. It's possible.
I don't know. It's different too, man. I mean, we're
Like the
both
dubsteps.
veterans as well.
Yep.
Combat
Veterans and
veterans.
scholars. They're both veterans and scholars and gentlemen
Gamers.
and gamers. That's right.
Bad at gamers.
At best, we're gamers. At worst, we're lamers.
Yeah, we're lamers.
Something like that. Let's jump on to the next news article, which is Hitman 3 VR, which I'm kind of excited about. It's going to bring the entire modern Hitman trilogy to the PlayStation VR when it launches next January. Every mission from Hitman 1, 2, and the upcoming Hitman 3, dubbed World of Assassination Trilogy, will be playable. It is unknown whether it's going to be a PSVR exclusive. My guess is it will be, but we'll see. And it launches January 2021. So we talked about this a little bit earlier, and you'd said you'd never played any of the Hitman
I
games.
played, like maybe Hitman 1 or 2. Like, I don't know if it was a demo or I just played it. A lot of, like I just mentioned, being a veteran, a lot of time for me from 2006 to about 2012 it feels like I missed a lot, a chunk of
Yeah,
culture. Um,
sure.
so like a lot of these older games like that, like Hitman and stuff came out during those times. Like heard about them, I never really played them. I remember trying Hitman, and I just really didn't like the feel. I remember the game felt kind of clunky, like the movement of the character to me, and that's all I really remember. And I was like, man, I don't like this.
So Hitman was not an intellectual property before you got deployed, and then when you came back, somewhere in between there and when you finished your deployments,
Just
it was like a cultural thing.
yeah, there's like newer games out now, but yeah, I remember like people would talk about like their memories of playing Hitman or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm like, that's not for me. I remember during that time, I remember taking incoming or
Yep.
being an old man already, being a boomer.
Being a big old zoomer.
No, can't say that, dude.
I'm excited about it. The game looks amazing on VR. Well, I don't know if it looks amazing on VR. The trailer looks amazing.
Yeah,
Have
you're
high
in
hopes for it.
the VR stuff.
Well, I'm disappointed so far. I'll say that. I want it to be good. I want it to be better. I want it to be better. I think a lot of my disappointment is from I don't know, lack of games. Really,
Yeah, got to
I
play.
kind of hope that every game would be a VR game at some point or have a VR mode.
I don't think that's
Just
ever
hasn't
gonna
happened yet.
happen. I don't think that's
No,
ever
it
gonna.
probably won't.
Yeah, that seems massive. I don't even know
It's
how you
asking
would
a
do.
lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you
Some
could
companies are doing it.
here games in VR now, dude. You gonna come back to WoW now?
If they did WoW VR, I would probably. Actually, you know what? I did play WoW in VR once. It's almost unplayable.
Played it in VR. Didn't even know
Yeah,
that was.
well, you know that piece of software that I'm using to render Resident Evil 7
Yeah.
called VorpX. They have VR support for World of Warcraft.
Huh.
It's weird,
I did not know that.
not doable, but it's
Well,
cool.
yeah. I mean, they didn't make the game to be played. I tried playing the game with a controller recently because there's an add-on for that, but the game's not meant to be played like that. So.
Say that again. For which game?
WoW. There's
Can say the whole thing over again. I'm sorry.
so for WoW, there's a add-on for a controller, like a PlayStation controller.
And you tried using that?
Yeah, just see what it was like. See if it's even possible. It's not. The game's not made for that, so I could see how VR wouldn't feel right either. The game's not made for VR.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine trying to raid and you only get to see like the small area in front of your face?
Oh my god.
Almost impossible.
Yeah. Be standing and stuff the whole time.
You'd be bad, not intentionally.
No, intentionally.
Well, yeah, I guess you would be intentionally bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool if they Blizzard started to do some VR work. I thought they were saying they were going to do some VR title not too long ago, and then it's been like 2 years and I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know.
Not gonna happen.
Call of Duty, maybe.
You're gonna
Shooting
get
that.
some Diablo mobile.
Yeah. Actually, let's talk about Diablo a little bit. What did you think of the Diablo trailer?
Uh well, I'm not you're the big fan of like the fucking
ARPGs.
yeah.
Are you not a fan of that style of game?
I played Diablo 3. Um I don't know, yeah. I feel like I more often say that I'm not a fan of a game than I do say I'm a fan of a game. It's kind of annoying.
It does feel that way. Yeah,
Kind of annoying. But yeah.
I feel you.
Just I don't know, man.
You like
I'm
it, you
really
like it.
picky with my games. We've talked about that where I'm like I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of games that you like too, though.
There are, but they're just not the games that most like, I guess. Like I'm not a first person type game. Like I suck at first person. I think it's mostly because I suck at first person player games. But yeah, I cannot play those games, so I don't like them. We just recently played League of Legends. It
You do not
was
care for that. I
not
don't think you've
fun.
given that game enough chance, though.
Yeah, but when you just lose, and it's not
Oh,
even because
trust
you
me.
don't know how to play the game, it's just you lose. It's not fun. It doesn't even feel like there's a learning like curve there.
Oh, there definitely is. There definitely is. It's the game's so it's so simple to play, and yet to master it is something else.
I don't know. It doesn't feel fun. It feels like it's what is it? Dead. That's right.
Trash.
Yeah.
It's a dead game.
Dead game.
It's an older game. It's I don't know. I think there's still something there to it. I do enjoy playing it. I suck at it so bad. Even like when I was playing, I probably had 1,000 games played on Jaina support, and 1,000 games at 30 minutes apiece. You do the math; it's like 500 hours of League of Legends. It's a lot of playtime. It was a struggle. Like I think I got the badge for gold was the best I ever did. And so if you don't know how that works, it's silver, league, gold, or bronze, silver, gold, diamond, platinum.
So I don't know. What do you
Tough
think
game.
of the Diablo trailer, everybody?
I thought the trailer it looked really good. Blizzard trailers are always phenomenal, right? The game looked nice. It looked really polished, and if that's actually what the game's going to look like, I think it looks fantastic. It looks way better than Diablo 3. Am I going to play it though? I don't know.
Did you ever play the Warcraft 3 remaster?
I didn't. I actually had it on pre-order, And when the Hong Kong thing happened, I pulled my pre-order out.
Mm. But you still got the mount for that in WoW, didn't you?
I did. The meat wagon?
Yeah.
Yes. But they probably took that away too, though. I have no idea.
I'm curious if they did.
C'est possible.
Because I kind of wanted that, but if I'd have known I could have just pre-ordered and then canceled my pre-order, I would have done that. Kept the mount.
I really did want to play that game too, which I heard was a disaster.
It was trash.
That's what I've heard. What have you heard about that? That's true.
I've seen actual like comparisons, side by side comparisons of the game. The animations in it are trash. Like there's like one specifically where there's like an animation of Anduin, or not Anduin, Arthas, and he's like in the original, he's like fully animated. You know, there's emotion. There's in what's going on. And then in the remake, he's just kind of standing there. He like just kind of like dies. He just like stands there for like it seems like forever doing nothing. Just, I'm an animator. That's what I went to school for. I am an animator, and whatever they did like is absolutely what they tell you not to do. Like
Unacceptable.
yeah, like it's first grade SpongeBob. Like don't do that. Bad animation. Not just being bad at games, you're bad at animation. You're bad at life.
That sounds pretty intense training there.
Yeah, it is.
Bad at life. Bad animation. Bad at life.
There's a few instructors that I did have that were like, they were pretty tough, man.
Were they as toxic as a League of Legends community?
They weren't toxic. They were just tough, man.
Like if you turn in a bad animation, would they just tell you to kill yourself?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
It's harsh bud, man.
I had one that would, yeah, no, actually, yeah, that's exactly how they were. I had one who made somebody, yeah, oh, bullshit, dude. I had one who legit made somebody cry. He drew a diagram on the board about why this student sucked so bad and why they would never be as good as he is at art.
Yeah, maybe he was trying to motivate him.
That person cried and went home and never came back. Not even playing.
My favorite story of teachers being assholes, and this is not my personal story, but I think I read it on Reddit, but there's a physics teacher that would hand back Taco Bell applications if you did poorly on one of the exams.
Yeah, we had, so at the end of the, they wouldn't do that at the end of exams, but I did have an instructor who would do that. At the end, we'd have our portfolio shows, when you're done. And he would go to the portfolio shows handing out McDonald's applications to everyone.
It's harsh.
Yeah. Like, here you go. Get ready for the real world now. I had another instructor, man. He graded his grades. He graded on 3 points. That's it. So you either passed or you failed with every assignment. That was it. 3 points.
There was an instructor I had that did. He was a lawyer, and he said this is what he had to do in law school: is everybody was graded across the curve from not a curve, but from 0 to 100, and you could only have one person in 95 to 100, one person in 90 to 95 down the row. So there was going to be half the class was going to fail, and they did. It was sick. He was a young guy too. I don't know if he thought that was the proper way to do it, but there was a lot of sad people at the end of that class.
Yeah.
A lot of people had to drop out.
Yeah.
It was sad. Kind of an asshole thing to do, though, in my opinion. Because I mean, I don't know. It doesn't even make sense to me.
I don't know. There was a lot of people who I think needed to get dumped.
Maybe so, but I agree with that. But if
kind of like gaming,
if you had all 100, 100 plus or 100% performing students, but you had to fail half of them, I mean, how is that fair?
Yeah. I don't know.
There were definitely some people in there that deserved to fail, but
We
there were some.
definitely, yeah. I mean, I know I definitely had some people who were they were only there for their tuition money. Like the school just like letting them coast along.
Did they show up to class all the time?
Yeah, but they were struggling, man.
And they did graduate though.
Yes, they did. And
That's
it's
probably
kind
not
of
easy.
bad because yeah, you're putting these people out into the world. You go be professionals.
Professionals.
Yes. And it's not like an attitude thing, which can be, it's toxic. But I don't know. I guess maybe they can grow later, but it was just, I don't know. If you don't grow in like 3 years that you're there, are you ever gonna?
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, a lot of those were the young kids though. I mean, kids got a lot of room to grow. And when I say kids, I
No,
mean 18 and
no,
over.
no, they weren't.
They weren't kids.
No.
I mean, what are
Nope.
you gonna do?
I know. I mean, it's in the past. I don't know. That school got closed down. I know.
Did it really?
Yep.
What happened to that?
Just a shitty school, shitty practices. It was the Art Institute of Indiana.
They were making money though, right?
Yeah, yeah, they were. They were definitely making money. Shitty practices. In a
Yeah, I'll do it.
shitty school.
So you have a bone to pick.
I do. I did when I was there, man. I had an issue with them with like just them giving us proper computers to work with and shit. All the tuition that they were getting from us, man. They couldn't give us like
Expensive, yeah.
yeah, they couldn't give us a computer that would like we could. I'm an animator. That's what we do. We animate, right? They didn't give us the proper computers to even like render out. We didn't even have a render farm. Like we're supposed to be creating animations and we can't even render out our animations, We can't create portfolio work. We can't do half the time the computers would just shut down on us while we were working you'd lose like hours of work. You couldn't do anything really good or special. You were limited by our technology.
Industry standards are expensive, aren't they?
Yeah. And even that, man, they didn't even keep software up to date. I bitch at them every time. I actually ended up getting me and a bunch of the students got together and we went down to the president's office and we demanded to see him.
Did you sing happy birthday?
No, we did get to talk to him.
Mr. President.
We eventually got corporate out there to take a look. And then we ended up using a lot of my work as an example of why we couldn't get shit done. Like I have like a lot of really high detail models, and I can't open them on their. I couldn't at the time open them on their school computers, so I couldn't even turn in work because I couldn't get it on their computers to turn into the instructors.
The files were too big?
No, it's not that the files were too big. It was so the instructor. I could get the file to the instructor, but the instructor couldn't open the file to check my work.
Because you didn't have
Yeah, the computers just could not handle my work. Because most of your work that you do there, you go to class, you get lectures, they give you assignments, and then you go home for like the next week and you work on it, right?
Yep.
So I'm working on stuff here, and I'm doing the best I can to make portfolio quality work, and then you can't even show that off to your instructor because they can't open it at the school. Or while you're in class throughout the week, you can't even work on it there. You can't. It's insane.
It's always a problem.
It's a problem. School had a problem. They were like, it reminds me of a lot of, like, this is why I don't, like, every time somebody talks to me about, like, especially you, about Blizzard and what they do.
Me?
Yeah. Like how, like, okay, most recently, here lately, how they handle their employees, right?
It is in the news lately. Yeah.
I just go and that shit happens everywhere. That's not just Blizzard. Like,
But again, so
that's how
saying
the
that it's,
school handled this, us students. And you know what they ended up doing? What they ended
but
up
you're not
doing
excusing them
was
for
at
doing it.
the end of the day, they
Well, hang on.
actually ended up taking computers away from us.
You're not excusing that as being okay because
I'm
everybody
not
does it.
excusing it as being okay because everyone does it. I'm just saying
You're just
that
pointing out that it happens all the time.
it happens all the time, and people seem to especially like to jump down Blizzard's throat for it.
Well, I mean, I think Blizzard gets a lot of, they make a lot of money,
Hmm.
and they're in the spotlight as being one of the leaders in the industry. I think if anyone deserves some criticism for anything like that, it's probably them.
And so does Ubisoft. Nobody gives them shit.
Oh, people give Ubisoft shit.
I don't think so.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I don't feel like I hear it enough. Um, I don't know.
You're not using the what about argument, are you?
Yeah.
Don't, don't do it. Don't do it.
What about? Why
But
not?
what about
You know what, dude?
butter email?
You told me you would do this.
Butter emails
Oh my god. You told me you would do this.
for 40,000 Benghazi.
I thought I was prepared.
Let's jump on to the next news topic, which is a Spelunky 2. It's a good transition.
Indie game.
Spelunky 2.
Yep, indie game.
Indie game. What's your opinion on indie games? Do you like them? Do you love them?
I do not like indie games.
You don't like indie games.
No, I think it's
indie game company. That's
especially our indie game. I do not like our indie game.
Do you think it's because they mostly end up being trash?
Um, like League? Yeah,
No, League's definitely not an indie game, right?
it's trash though,
Yeah, but were they an indie game when they started? I don't think so.
but it's still trash. Trash is trash, dude.
Debatable. Debatable on that one. So a sequel was announced in 2017.
Did you
It was given
play?
a tentative release date. What?
Hold on, did you play Spelunky?
I have not played Spelunky yet. I've watched a lot of people play it. It's a real basic game. Almost looks like it could be a phone game, but there's a big community around it, and they seem to really enjoy it.
So you're excited for Spelunky 2 though?
A little bit because I was excited to play. I just bought Spelunky 1 like a month ago when Spelunky 2 was announced. In order, and it was like $3 or something on sale. So I'm excited to play it. I guess I'm not overly excited about Spelunky 2. But if I play Spelunky 1 and it's good, yeah, I'm excited about Spelunky 2. No?
I mean,
Dream?
if you're excited for it, dude.
There's some interesting things in here, though, that I saw in the thing about the game that's different from the first one. So it's been in development for 3 years, and a tentative release of 2019. Obviously, it's 2020. It's going to be coming to Steam. It's going to come out to PS4 first, and then the developer said after Steam to look into other platforms. The big thing about it is the sequel is promising an online multiplayer, which the original only had couch co-op, and more diverse underground worlds, branching paths, and new ways to traverse the map, such as mountable turkeys.
Should check.
It sounds kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might like it.
I think I remember seeing it in the indie game movie.
For the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Network?
No, there was I saw it was on Netflix. It was like a indie game movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the indie game movie or something like that. I can't remember what it was called.
And Spelunky was in there?
I believe so. They were because it was about a bunch of indie developers making games and how it's draining. Well, I don't know. Watch the movie. I'm sure you'll
Yeah, I'll
like
check it out. What's it called?
Especially with us making a game right now, you'll see.
Probably relevant stuff in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it called again?
Let me Google it after this. I think it was like the indie game movie or indie game movie. Maybe it was just indie game movie. Not it.
Indie game, the movie official, or indie game, the movie.
Yeah, indie game the movie. It might not be on Netflix anymore. That was a while ago when I watched it.
I'll check it out. Into that kind of stuff.
Forever ago.
So your stake on indie games is so-so?
Yeah, I mean, if they're good, I don't like them all. I hate how they are. Like, if I go to the PlayStation Store, it seems like almost every game on there is an indie game, and I really have no filter for them. Because I'm not into every game that comes out. Like, not every indie game is a good game.
Very true.
Let's be real, you know?
Like 90% of them are garbage.
Yeah, so I need a filter, is really what I need on the PlayStation Store. Yeah, I mean, I'll give them a chance. I'm not totally against them.
Yeah, if it's a good game, it's a good game.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played Spelunky, but I'm not saying it's a bad game. I haven't played it, so
In my mind, I'm thinking you probably wouldn't like it, but maybe.
if you say it's like a mobile game, like I probably wouldn't like it then, because I don't.
It's kind of mobily, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
But are you down with OPP?
No, I don't know what you mean.
So we're nearing the 1 hour and 36 minute mark here, Dustin. Do we want to go for 2 hours?
I want to keep chatting, dude. You can chat all day.
I say we go for 2 hours here, easy.
You want? You got some Final Fantasy to do?
I do, and so probably after the 2 hours, you should probably break it up so I can get that done.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Try to let me see, how long do we got?
Hour and 36 minutes and 43 seconds.
I think I'll try to 90. If I can hit
Try to get to level 90.
Yeah, if I can hit 90 before, be nice.
I have one more article I wanted to talk about with you today, and that is Apple and Xbox Store. Now, you when you first got into PC, you were more of an Apple guy, right?
No.
Or are you still an Apple guy?
I mean, I've got an Apple. I liked my Apple. Always had
an Apple product.
Yeah, around. It's not that I prefer it over over Windows PC.
There was a lively debate on Reddit today about Mac users saying, "Well, PC's for gaming, but if you want to do anything productive, it's got to be on Mac." Do you agree with that?
Say again?
They all the Mac users said that if you want to game on PC, you have to get a Windows, but if you want to do anything productive, you want Macintosh.
No.
Macintosh. Yeah, I was doing a lot of downvoting today.
Yeah, that's garbage talk. That's garbage talk.
I totally agree with that. I don't know. People that use Mac just have this rose-tinted goggles for. I think it's a fine operating system, and I think it's a little bit overexpensive, the hardware and the software, right?
Yeah,
Hey, you definitely pay for it, right?
Lost in this game. I don't know. I'm done.
You're Mount Hydro, right?
It's hard to talk and concentrate.
I don't focus too much on the game.
Yeah, I've lost track of my quest. I have no idea where I'm at or what I'm doing.
Let's jump into this news here. Google Stadia app can't stream games on iOS. And yesterday, Microsoft said its new xCloud streaming service wouldn't be coming to Apple devices either. There's pretty concrete reasons for both of these, and that is Apple will not let them onto the store. Do you have any opinions about that, or Mr. President?
It's all news to me.
It was, I think it was a couple days ago.
Really?
Yep. Do you think they should let Apple and or Xbox and Google Stadia on their platform?
No. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. No.
It's a flip-flopper.
And I'm all over the place, man.
Yeah, you got to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I remember. Yeah. I mean, I don't know because I don't really care about being on a Mac. Like,
You're not really strongly opinionated about it because you don't have one?
I mean, I
Or, well,
have
yeah.
one, but I just if you're gonna do gaming and shit, like I've gamed on it, but not really because Mac.
Would you
So,
game on it if you could get like the Xbox or Google Stadia streaming services and just stream in a browser window?
well, that's what I was sitting here trying to think. Like, would I? I don't think I would.
Was there a reason in particular that you wouldn't do it?
'Cause, yeah, I mean, like, why would I do that on MacBook when I could get on a more powerful PC?
I totally agree with you.
So,
I totally agree with it. So this is what Apple has to say about it. They said the App Store was created to be a safe and trusted place for consumers to discover and download apps, and a great business opportunity for all developers. Before they go on our store, all apps are reviewed against the same set of guidelines that are intended to protect consumers and provide a fair and level playing field to developers. So
yeah.
basically, their argument is they can't, if they let the software on there, which they would vet the actual clients for the Stadia and Xbox, they could review that software, but they couldn't review all the games that are listed in those applications, and they're worried that might give a bad experience to their users.
Mm.
I totally. It sounds like something they would do. From my understanding, I don't know if I agree with it, but I think Apple users are the ones that lose out, really, and
I
they're
think
probably
so.
okay with it because
Yeah. I mean, if you're buying an Apple or Mac and you're playing on an Apple or a Mac, you're not expecting to play, you know, Xbox games or, you know what I mean? You're not expecting to get what you get out of a PC.
But what if you could, though? I mean, don't you think they should be
Are we
given
doing,
that
are
freedom to
we,
do that?
is that what you're doing, dude?
Is that the road you want to go down?
We're gonna go with the what ifs.
I mean, what if? But I mean, seriously though, what if they could? I mean, and they could, right? If Apple just let them, or Apple's decided not to let them.
I don't know. Just go get a PC, man. It ain't that hard.
I mean, in my opinion, I don't understand why anyone would buy an Apple anyway. That's just my opinion, though.
I mean, I had one just because, why not? Get one. It's a different operating system, fun, learn something new,
Do
you
you
know,
think they're nice?
use something different. Um, yeah, I think they were fun. I think it was fun to have. For me, it was like when I hopped on a Mac, and the reason I got one is just because I wanted to just wanted to mess around with something different. You know,
Sure.
haven't I've had a Windows product like my entire life, or not my entire life, but all up until I got the Mac. That's all I ever had. Throughout school, it was always Windows.
See, I thought you started with a Mac,
Except, well, I do remember being in like elementary school and we had like Apple products.
like an old school Mac.
Yeah, like the old school.
I'm not a
Um,
big enough computer guy to like name models and stuff.
no, I neither am I. But I remember having they were like boxed, like like black and white screens. Um,
Playing the Oregon Trail.
I did play the Oregon Trail. It
That's
wasn't
getting
on
good game.
those control. It wasn't on those computers though. It was on a different computer. Um, and no, I did not start on a Mac. I had laptops like Windows laptops. Then I bought after my first deployment. I got back. I bought an Alienware.
I do remember that.
Um,
It was a nice computer.
yeah, and then
What's your opinion on the Alienware route?
I I mean, it was good back then only because I didn't know what I was doing personally. It was cool. And the only reason I remember, like, for me, the reason I was into it is because when WoW first came out, you remember we were at somebody's house and we were in their basement and they were down there playing WoW. All those guys, they were like hooked up playing WoW, and they had like all these Alienware set up everywhere.
In their basement?
Yeah, it was over in Mapleview in a basement. Me, you, Amber, and Janelle went down like over to these
Oh,
people's
we
house.
played cards?
I think so. And then we ended up in
A
the
long time.
basement, and like there was a bunch of people downstairs playing WoW.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
just down in this dark ass basement with I didn't know what the game was. You knew what it was automatically. I mean, you were like hooked on the damn game already right there. Asked them all these questions. I remember because I was like, I don't even know what this game is. What is this?
I wasn't playing the game at that time. I knew about it, but I had not played
Yeah,
it.
it hadn't. Yeah, I know you weren't playing it yet, but I think it had just come out.
I really wasn't playing video games at that time in my life in general.
I remember the Alienwares. That's what I remembered, and it was cool as
It's
hell.
expensive, right? Alienwares?
Like their whole setup was like, what the hell, man? This is crazy. I'd never seen anything like it. It was crazy. And then yeah, so that's why like when I got back from deployment, I was like, man, I got money now. I'm gonna get a computer. I'm gonna get an Alienware. Nowadays, no, that stuff can go to hell. I'm just gonna build a computer. That's what
That
I
is
did.
definitely the way to go, isn't it?
Like now,
Yeah, when you're first starting out, it's definitely an easy way to buy power, right?
yeah. Now I'm like, I know what I want. I know what I need. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go piece everything together and buy what I need.
Yeah, I totally feel it.
Yeah. Like I still have my Alienware. I mean, it's still upstairs. It's still chugging along. Uh, it craps out every once in a while.
I
Yeah.
didn't really get comfortable building PCs until probably 5 years ago, maybe 4.
Yeah, probably the
And I can't
same
imagine
for
doing it
me.
any other way.
Yeah, it's probably the
It's
same for me.
ridiculous that they don't tell you about that. Well, I mean, I guess it's out there, but it's not like a common. You got all these companies trying to sell you stuff, and it's in your face all the time. The advertising, they're just selling you something that you could just put together yourself for cheaper, and I don't know. And
That's
it's not
how.
hard, right?
Well, that's kind of how we grew up, right? We had all like the dude, you're getting a Dell commercials,
Yeah.
Like it was just like, oh, what's the most powerful computer that's out that I can go buy off the shelf right now?
Oh, it's a Dell or a Gateway.
Yeah, you
You
don't
gotta buy a
even
Gateway.
don't even think about like building your own. Now I do. Now I'm just like, I need to go. I got a few components I need to upgrade. I'm already
Yeah,
lagging behind right now.
there was a big debate about that, and somebody pointed out that one of the bad parts about Apple is you can't repair them, right?
Yeah, I mean, did you see the price tag on that desktop they had?
No, how much was it?
Oh, dude, if you put all the bells and whistles on, okay, just for the casters on it, they were like $400. But if you put all the bells and whistles on it, like the computer was as expensive as a brand new car.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's
And you can't even work on them. Like if something's wrong with it, you can't work on it.
brick.
Yeah, you got to go take it to Apple Store and have it fixed. And let's hope that you have insurance on it.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely a point against Apple, I think, and why I will never buy an Apple. Yeah, it's too expensive.
Ridiculous.
But that is what it is. Now, I'm trying to
You're a
see.
Linux fan though, right?
Uh, you know, I like Linux because it's free. Um, but to be honest with you, my experience with Linux is there's a lot of issues that come with drivers, and just getting things to work is kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. I like that you're able to access repos and update pretty much everything on your computer in like a couple commands, without having to go download stuff and wait for Windows to tell you it has to update. You just kind of do everything. It's real simple in that way, but it's also kind of complex too, because there's not just a button you get to press. But everything's kind of a pain in the ass, and I really liked it because it was free. mostly like if you think about it, if you're ever in a spot where you're like, oh, I can't afford a new OS, or you had a computer that doesn't have an OS, you can always just put Linux on it. It's going to run.
Right.
But now that Windows 10 is free, like I don't know, I can't really say I'm a Linux fan anymore, just based on that.
Yeah, I feel like you were for a while.
I mean, they made us learn it in school, right? They like, and it was for that reason too, right? If you ever have a computer and you're like, there's never an excuse to be like, well, I don't have an operating system to put on here, or um, if a client wanted something done to their computer, you can just be like, well, okay, $200 for the operating system or 500 or whatever. You can always just throw Linux on there for free and just, you know, run with the wolves.
Right.
But it's definitely not consumer friendly at all. Even like the good stuff that's almost like Windows, there's still a lot of issues that come with it. And it's not friendly for gaming either. I'd even argue it's not friendly for programming, even though if you ask a programmer that's really good at programming, they would say the opposite. I don't know if I agree with them. But I don't know. Have you used Linux at all?
No, I have not.
I don't think you're missing out.
Yeah. It doesn't, well, I've never really, it doesn't seem like something I've needed.
Especially now, Windows 10 free. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
Just put Windows 10 on it. I suppose if I was setting up a server, I would probably put Linux on it. Just, I guess the nice thing about Linux is there's different forks of it, so you could put something really lightweight on a machine that, Windows 10, even though it's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of bulk that comes with it that you wouldn't necessarily need on a server, right? So you just put all that bloat crap on there. You like even the enterprise Windows or stuff that's made for servers like MS. What do they call it? MS Server or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, Linux is, you can get a Linux distro that's really streamlined to just be a server and still give you access to like traditional GUI interfaces to do the things that you might want to do in there. Or just have like um, just a command line prompt if you wanted to. So it's definitely got that going for it too. Like you could probably save an old laptop that the hardware's expired if you just put like a real light Linux distro on it.
I have plenty of.
I put what's it called? I can't even remember the name of the fork on an old laptop I got from my sister, and I mean this thing was like just sputtering along, but with I can't remember the name of the distribution of that. It wasn't Puppy Linux. It was Kali. It actually ran completely fine, and I could use it. I don't because I've got like 3 other laptops with the same kind of thing on it. I never use them, but did kind of bring them back to life, which is cool.
Nice.
So for that, you're obviously not going to game on it or browse, really do anything on it worthwhile. But you can still use it as a computer.
You can use it as a little server
Solitaire. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
for
Exactly.
our game repo.
Yes. Yeah, and actually, having the following apps need your attention to continue installation. Uninstall VMware Player. Sure. Yeah, that's really what we should have been doing is running on Linux, not on Windows.
I wonder how many problems that would have created for us, actually.
How many problems it created for us?
How many it would have created for us if we would have done it that way. I feel like,
Done it on Linux?
yeah, I feel like we would have ran into problems.
On Linux, probably. Probably problems that would have been. So that's the other thing too. It gives you a lot of freedom to make mistakes and fix them. It just becomes more work than maybe Windows is. I used to run dual boot on here and had Linux low, but I don't do it anymore because I've just found myself not using it.
Yeah, I did that. So when I first started, I remember actually now when I first started learning Apple, I did a dual boot on my laptop with the Mac OS and Windows Vista. I think it was at the time. It was interesting.
On the Mac?
It actually worked. Yeah. It would do a dual boot on my Windows laptop, the Mac OS, and I don't know what OS it was at the time, but yeah, I think it was like Windows Vista was out at the time or something like that. I don't know.
Vista was like that was a while ago.
Yeah, like it was a long time ago. It was back in the dinosaur age.
Back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Yeah.
Windows Vista.
Yeah, because that's where I'm at in my life, apparently. My kids think I'm that old.
Probably feels that way sometimes too.
Yeah, but then I'm told by other generations that I'm young and stupid and don't know what I'm doing because I'm a millennial.
Because you like avocado toast
So, which one is it, goddammit?
and Starbucks latte. Have you ever had Starbucks coffee?
Yeah.
You like it?
The question is, have you ever had green bean coffee?
I have. Yeah, that's a military staple.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, their plain coffee's good.
Yeah, Starbucks is alright. I mean, I prefer Dunkin', to be honest.
We had a Dunkin' built, you know the area, right? You know where Right Pat Credit Union was? Where the handyman was?
Yeah, right, Pat's not there anymore?
Right Pat is not there anymore, no. They moved down by Kroger's across the street.
Oh, I didn't know
But you know how there was that bank at the end of the parking lot there?
that. Yeah.
That was, I think it was kind of shut down.
It was,
I don't think it was already done.
it was like First Bank or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That is now a Dunkin' Donuts. Like they tore that whole building down and put in a brand new Dunkin' Donuts there.
Yeah, we had a Jack in the Box here that they turned into a Dunkin'. Very nice place.
The Jack in the Box is gone.
Yeah.
I've actually never had Jack in the Box. I don't know if it's.
I tried it when we first got here and I got really sick, and then we never went back.
That's usually the story I hear from Jack in the Box.
So,
People get sick.
yeah. I don't know if it was just too greasy or what. It's bad food. Bad at food.
Bad at foods.
Yeah.
Bad at foods.
Bad at foods, bad at game.
You know, I can't believe we almost made it 2 hours with streaming here. We had 3 viewers at one time.
Did we?
We did. And I'm on here now, and I think I'm actually one of the viewers. Janelle was on here, so that's 2, and then there was a 3rd viewer in there for a while, unless you were watching the stream.
I'm not.
Were you at all tonight?
No. I've been playing the game and watching it on OBS.
There was some rando commando in here, which I don't know if they followed.
You got to see our groundbreaking stream, you know. It'll get better over time.
Good.
So, I think
You
it will.
feel less nervous about it?
Yeah, I mean, it'll get better over time. I feel like, you know, mistakes were made. Lessons will be learned.
Not by me.
You've been making videos now for a minute. Like
a while now, yeah.
Since
4 months?
Yeah, what, like February?
Yeah. February, yep.
So, and I've actually been watching your videos, and and here lately, it's really all I do. I just watch a lot of your old stuff, and I just I play that in the background while I do something else. And I've actually been able to see your stuff grow, like you grow. Actually,
It's gotten better, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it'll just get better over time with what we've got going on here.
Exactly. I feel a lot just doing the stream. Actually, I feel a lot better about streaming in general. I feel safe for whatever reason. It's
not a big deal. I mean, we don't really got people yet, and even when we do, I think it'll be easier and better once we get people, because you know you can just kind of. There's been a few moments where maybe I wasn't paying attention and I should have been, but you know, a chat
I think you did a pretty good
would
job.
be easier to talk to, anyways, than me sometimes. So.
Yeah, it's good to interact with chat, right?
Yeah. I think it's good to have 2 people going in the stream like we are right now, too, because I definitely have not been looking over at the chat window at all. So I didn't even notice that, that my wife wrote that I'm bad at games. And then later wrote that it took me that long to even notice.
That you were bad?
Yeah. Isn't that what she said? How did it take
Yes.
so long for you to see that? My wife's in here talking trash.
Well, she knows you.
Yeah.
She knows you're bad at games.
Yeah, she's probably upstairs trying to sleep. I'm gonna go wake her up. Like,
It's about actually. You know what's good? I think we should do a 2-hour stream moving forward.
you can do it.
That wasn't too bad, was it?
I still think we need to do your a Monday stream though, because we got to do separate days, right?
7 days, right?
Yeah.
Is it 5 or 7?
I think it's 7.
I think you're right. We could shoot for Monday if you want.
Yeah, we were gonna do the take your one off Mondays.
We could do maybe a half hour on that. Maybe 45 minutes. Do 2 hours on Friday. Or an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, for me, I know it's a big deal for you. For me, it's just whatever it takes. I don't care really. I don't have anything else going on, especially on Friday. Like today was kind of lame. I think we could have started earlier. Should have started earlier.
The laptop really let us down there.
Not even the laptop. I mean, OBS let us down by dumping
that too.
Our entire scene.
That was a good 2 hours, right?
Yeah, that was annoying. Did I
Which
make it?
Could happen again.
I'm like 2 levels off of 90. I'm not gonna make it.
I want to say there's a way you can like save the profile to a different file that you can always back up. Like you can import that.
I think you can export the file, and I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Yeah, when I get all this, I'm not. Well, maybe I'll do it anyways. But yeah, I'll just do it as we make changes. Along. I'm not like stuck with what we have right now. So, this was.
Are you gonna cut this as a VOD here? This video?
Say again.
Are you gonna cut this as a VOD?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about throwing this up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what I expected you to do.
All right.
I think like you could create a playlist of our streams on your channel, right?
Yep.
I'm not gonna do it on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel's mostly got like my animation, portfolio. I had thought about creating a new YouTube channel for us, but for the F13 gaming, but I figured just use your channel, right? Already got it. You're here. So. I could create a YouTube. I don't know. It just seems like a lot more work. We'll figure it out.
I'm thinking about creating another YouTube channel for programming.
Programming?
Yeah, I have to learn C++, so maybe I could do a learning C++ with me. With the, I call it the usual programming.
I'll see, even when it comes to that, and if I start streaming the game art, I was just going to do it here under this channel.
See, I would program on a stream, but that might be kind of embarrassing for everybody.
Yeah, I'll do it on stream. I mean, I will. Yeah, I'll model
you're
characters.
Okay because you know what you're doing, though, right? I'm trying.
No, man, people are going to be so critical of your work. It's going to be ridiculous, but I'll do it anyway.
The way I'm thinking about it, it's like if I learn something in C++, and as I learn, if I have to turn around and teach it in a YouTube video, it should help me remember it. Right?
Should. Theory. But will it? I have no answer.
You should dump on all this expensive ore.
What are you talking about, dude?
Beautiful shirt.
It's all garbage. Garbage. It's all Cataclysm stuff, man. I didn't even play Cataclysm. Such a garbage expansion.
You didn't play it at all?
I played through like the opening quest for is that place over here? This place right here. Yeah, whatever. Well, I don't even know the name of that.
That place is bad.
Yeah.
Bashir.
Yeah, whatever. I played through the opening here and I quit. And then I remember later hearing about Miss Pandaria. And I was like, oh my god, they got Kung Fu Panda now. This game's bad. And I never looked back. Never looked back. Then I remember being in... Huh?
Didn't you play Mist?
No.
I thought you did.
No, I wish I would have. I heard nothing but good news. Like, everybody talks so good about it.
Good news, everyone.
Like we missed out on a good expansion there. Gameplay wise. I did play through all the story and Mist when I came back. It seemed story was eh.
Any Cataclysm?
Cataclysm just sucked, dude. All around. I hate Cataclysm.
Shots fired, bro.
I don't like playing Cataclysm.
It's a dead game.
Cataclysm's a dead expansion.
It's a dead game.
That's what I'm looking forward to in Shadowlands. Like, you get to pick what expansion you level through. So I will never have to touch Cataclysm ever again.
I should die there for a second.
You know what I mean? Never have to touch Cataclysm ever again. I'm kind of sick of leveling through Wrath too.
Yeah, Wrath kind of sucks.
It's
Vanilla kind of sucks.
I still like vanilla, man. I don't know what it is about vanilla. Still like it. Never gets old.
Mr. Pandara kind of sucks.
Oh, you're a WoD guy, aren't you?
BFA kind of sucks.
You-
Yeah,
you-
WoG kind of sucks.
You like that Warlords of Draenor.
Said something in there's good though, right?
Legion?
Legion sucks, yeah.
What? BFA is probably their best expansion ever.
I actually, I didn't hate BFA.
I hated BFA.
There's a lot. I like the new races.
And that's what sucks. Is like I feel like you came back when the game got bad. Maybe it's you.
Could be me. They always say they're on a two cycle, right? They release a good expansion, then a bad one. Good, bad.
Yeah. Every time you come back, the game's bad. Stay away.
Stay away. Stay away. Done.
Done, son.
Make WoW too.
Alright. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. I don't know how to end
All
this, so I'm just going to say goodnight and bye. Sleep tight.
Goodbye, everybody.
Don't let the bedbugs bite.
F13 Gaming.gov.
.gov.
Visit us.